Composite Preview During Trim is enabled by default. When you select an edit point to trim, Premiere Pro shows you a side-by-side preview in the program monitor. One still image and one moving one. The word composite just means something made up of different parts. So in this case, it's the different video tracks and clips on the timeline coming together in a preview, and the idea that you can see what the trim will look like before you commit to it. When I select this edit point, you're going to see a still image of the frame at the original trim point, and that doesn't move. And it's not a preview of what's at the playhead, it's of what's at the trim point. There's a big difference there, but it can get a bit confusing. And then we have another video preview next to that. And the video preview is of this trim point that I'm moving around. And then finally, we have timecode display, and the time displayed is the location of the trim point for each clip. Okay, now this is where things kind of start to get a bit confusing, and this threw me off for a while. When you drag a trim point, sometimes the video preview shows up on the left side and sometimes on the right. So what's going on here? Well, it all depends on which side of the edit point you originally clicked. When hovering over the trim point of an edit, a red trim icon featuring an arrow either to the left or the right will appear. If you're trimming on the right side of the edit, the video preview shows up on the right. If the arrow points to the left and you're trimming on the left side of the edit, the preview is going to appear on the left. And this is easy to miss, but it makes a big difference. And here's another quirky thing about this. I'll click on the right side of the edit point on the clip on track 2. You're going to see a video preview of this clip on track 2. Great, easy. But if you click the left side instead, well, you no longer get a video preview of the clip on track 2, but a video preview of the clip on track 1, and a still image of the trim point on the clip on track 2, which it's weird, right? If you're using the rolling edit tool with Composite Preview During Trim toggled on, you're adjusting both sides of the cut at once, so both sides show a video preview, and you don't get any still image previews, which I find this helpful. Okay, there's one more thing. If you got stacked clips, like there's something sitting on track 3 above what you're trimming on track 2, you're only going to see the preview of the topmost clip because that's what Premiere thinks you want to see. Okay, I don't blame you if you're feeling overwhelmed by this. I feel overwhelmed by this and I'm explaining it. And that's why I opt to turn off Composite Preview During Trim. To turn it off, navigate to the wrench icon in the top left corner of the timeline, then select Composite Preview During Trim. And that's it. With it off, you only see a preview of the clip you're trimming, and if you're using the rolling edit tool, you only get a preview of the trim point that you're adjusting. But if we have an edit point that connects 2 different clips, then we get a video preview of the selected trim points of both of those clips. It's way easier to understand what's going on, and in my opinion, just simple. Do you find this feature helpful, or do you prefer turning off this function? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to learn more, be sure to check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. For longer, in-depth learning with projects you actually get to work on, check out my Skillshare page, and the links are all available within the description of this video.